Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with my girls Roxy and Brandy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Roxy's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Brandy is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and she keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in her right hand. That leaves her left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a little tiny tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. We're going to be offering you several different options when it comes to training equipment because we want you to be comfortable with the equipment that you're using. Now Roxy is sitting very nicely at Brandy's left, and she's looking up at her, making great eye contact, and she's sitting at heel position. Heeling is a position as well as an exercise, and the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling, which is proper leash walking, and the command is Roxy heel. Now at this point, little Roxy has a job to do, and that is to maintain pace with you when you're walking, not forging ahead or lagging behind, nor dragging you down the street. And each time that Brandy stops her feet, Roxy's been taught to sit automatically without being told, to wait for her next command. If you notice, when Brandy changes pace, so does Roxy. So if Brandy walks very slowly, Roxy walks very slowly, and she matches pace with you. If Brandy speeds up at a little jog, Roxy does the same, but she doesn't pass your left leg. And this makes walking your puppy. As she gets older, she's going to get bigger, but she'll already know that she can't drag you, and that's the beauty of this exercise. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the sit stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. She's anticipating the next command, but she's not allowed to do that. And you can practice these commands right in your house. Your long sit stay is from about 20 to 30 seconds, working slowly up over the next couple of months to a 3-minute long sit stay. Those stationary exercises help to develop self-control and maturity. So you want to practice the length of time and the distance that she can hold that sit stay. So you see open flat of your palm right in front of her muzzle, the one-word firm command to stay. And she's staying very nicely. Now this time, instead of returning back to her, Brandy is going to demonstrate the come on command. So you use her name, Roxy come, and she's been taught to come and sit, not come and jump. And then she returns back to heel and back sitting, and she gets lots of praise for a good job. So if you notice, there's very few corrections that's needed with her. Most of it is positive reinforcement, which we use verbal praise as our positive reinforcement. And you see her stop and look like, oops, I wasn't paying attention. She's a lovely little girl. And Brandy's going to use her name. She lightens her tone, makes it a happy command. She comes right in front and sits, and then she returns back to heel and back sitting. Good girl. Now the next commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are your series of down commands. And there are two. The first one that we're going to demonstrate is down from a heel position. So with your dog seated at your left, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. Your long down stay when you're practicing at home, start out at about a minute and slowly work up to 5 minutes. And again, this helps to develop self-control. When Brandy returns back, she walks counterclockwise, just as she did on the sit stay. She stops when she gets to the dog's shoulders, and that's important because if you keep walking, she will get up and walk with you. So you have to stop at her shoulders and tell her what you want her to do next. And they're going to come up here and demonstrate that down from a heel again. Have her seated first, left open palm, straight down toward the ground. The one-word command to down and stay. And she's doing really well with that.
Roxy, come.
Brandy calls her out of that. She's got a stick or something. We're videoing back here where there's twigs and sticks after that horrible storm yesterday, where we had 70-mile-an-hour winds. Unfortunately, all of our trees stayed standing up. And Brandy's giving her a lot of praise and motivation, because with the puppies, we want them to think this is fun, that they're performing their exercises and there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the down from a distance. Now this is a little bit harder because you leave her in the sit stay and you turn to face her, but you walk out a little bit and look at her rather than being right next to her. This is the only time you're going to use your right hand to give the command. And you drop her into a down from a distance, and then you give her the stay command. Brandy's telling her no sticks. We need to rake back here. Now we have demonstrated for you all of Roxy's formal on-leash obedience commands. She's a very smart girl. She's very eager to please. We feel as though she's done a great job. We appreciate the extra time that you gave us. I will go over all of your written information with you tomorrow before you greet Roxy, and then you will get a lesson so that you can actually get your hands on the leash and work with her. We've enjoyed having her. She's a lovely girl, and we will see you very soon.